I'm a hockey guy. And
You're a
then,
hockey guy first. Boston.
yeah,
That's
but
right.
they kind of,
Boston.
no, it's Boston. You said it right.
Boston.
No, that's wrong.
It's Boston.
It's BAW if you want to say it right. You don't have to.
Boston.
But they
Get your
kind of
car.
ruined the sport. They got too much of the fighting out of it. I wish they just had accepted the fact that they were a rogue sport and that, the owners were just going to be multimillionaires. But for some reason, people always want more. So they're trying to make as much money as the NFL guys and hold people hostage for stadiums and all that the NFL does.
Were you ever, did you ever play?
Hockey?
Yeah.
No, it's too expensive.
Did you ever play any sports?
No, I did. Oh yeah, I played baseball. I played a little bit of football, and then I played pond hockey.
What the is that?
Jesus, Kev. Kev, you know something? If you don't know something, it's okay. Nobody's
Yeah, what the is that? Pond hockey? What is that?
Well, there's a pond, and when we used to get cold enough before global warming, you would go out and you'd play pickup hockey. It was the shit.
Oh, sounds safe.
It was the shit. Well, this is what you do. You take the biggest rock you can find, and you throw it up in the air. And if it landed on the ice and slid and no crack, a couple of cracks, you were fine. That's how you would test it.
That to me is insane. And that shows what the kids today are lacking. There is none of that. The kids don't have the balls to play like that today. It doesn't exist because he's fucking.
I don't know. I think they're just doing new, different, dangerous things. You've seen these kids. They do these front flips and back flips and
no. I see kids. I see kids TikTok. I see kids fucking TikTok. That's what I see. I see kids TikTok, IG. I see them live stream. I don't see kids fucking do that. I can't tell you the last time I've seen my kids go outside without me making them go outside with me or for us to do something. My kids don't just say, we're going outside.
In defense of them, if we had what they had, we wouldn't have gone outside either.
Rightfully so. And I think, of course, that's part of the problem.
Dude, video games were 2 lines with like a ball.
Yeah.
I mean, this shit, they're in the world.
Yeah, the creative is out of this fucking world for them. All right, with that being said, as a parent, does that make you want to pull back some of the things that are available for your kids to use and play with today? Are you going to be one of the parents that's no games?
I'll try to do my best to have a balance because you don't want your kid to be like dressed like a Quaker and churning butter. That's just a recipe for an ass kicking at school. They got to know what's going on.
Yeah.
But both of my kids are going to know how to drive. I have an old truck. I have a 68 F100 that shifts 3 on the tree, 3 on the column.
Okay.
They're going to know how to do that. They're going to know how to change the oil on it.
What's important? Like what's important that you feel that
knowing how to catch and throw a ball, knowing how to hit a ball.
True story. You ready for this, Bill? True story.
Learn how to ride a dirt bike, like knowing how to ride a motorcycle and shit. I like that Rambo stuff. Like, when you watch like Rambo, they used to always make a joke how no matter what mode of transportation he showed up to, he knew how to use it.
Knew how to do it.
Yeah. So I would like them to be able to do as much as of that type of stuff to just kind of see like a world outside of the house because I definitely, I learned how to braid my daughter's hair, right? Because I just didn't want to be her white dad, So.
I can tell you that a friend of mine, this is like one of the most embarrassing things that I've ever seen, right? And he just had to laugh about it. I was like, yo, me and my family, we got bikes. We love to go out, man, and we ride. We go to like these little bike paths and we'll do like, just a nice little family ride. I said, you should come. My friend's got like 4 kids. He's like, you know what? Yeah, that would be cool. We've never done anything like that. Let's do it. He says, I got to get his bikes. I said, well, come on, go down to the bike store. I said, my guy there, he'll give you guys like a nice little discount and stuff. So we go down there to get the bikes. His son is like 16 years old. He gets the bike. The whole family's ready to go. His son gets on the bike. Bill, his son could not ride a bike. I looked at him. I said, are you fucking kidding me? I said, you never taught him how to ride a bike? By the way, my friend is filthy rich. Filthy.
What he is?
He says, Kev, he says, I'm a great father. He said, but this just made me realize that I missed some things. He had to say, I can't go today. Spent the day teaching his 16-year-old son how to ride a bike.
Dude,
That's a
I'm not
true
gonna
story.
lie to you. That right there is my biggest fear as a father.
That's a fucking real
I
thing.
I don't want to miss any of that stuff. And what I love, what I've been able to change, right? Because every generation, you know, you want to change, keep the stuff that work, changes. What I love about my kids is my kids are not afraid of me.
Mm.
They respect me, but they're not afraid of me.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I was growing up, you were afraid of your dad.
Absolutely.
Your dad
Absolutely.
came home, he came in the front door, you went out the back door. Like you just avoided that dude. If he was talking, everybody had to shut the fuck up
And listen.
Yeah. So, and I've realized that so much of my anger came from the way I'm built and then being in that overbearing old school style. Because my dad's a great dad. It's just like there weren't like videos teaching you how to be a better. He learned, hey, sit down, shut the fuck up. You know? Well, why do I have to? Because I fucking said so. Like it's just like you do that to somebody for 18 years, they're gonna come out a little resentful. And then the greatest shit, this is the greatest shit, is then when you bring that shit up later in life, in your 30s, to your parents, they always just say the same shit. Oh, I never did that.
My dad.
And what I've learned, this is what I've learned. This is what I've learned, dude, is my perception of my childhood and my parents' perception of my childhood, neither one of those is true.
Wow.
It's somewhere in the middle, because kids put an unfair amount of weight on their parents because their parents are their universe. So little things to them.
Wow.
Hey, can I get this car? Nah, come on. Nah, stop it. Like, that's your world. Like, but that was the car I wanted. Yeah, and then like they're in their 30s and I wanted that car. And they would. And then they're sitting there going, like, motherfucker, I had 5 kids. I was just trying to get through the day. So I think what I learned from that is I have to understand that little things are big things to my kids. So all I have to do is listen and, you know, let them say what they have to say, assess what they're saying. You know, obviously, if I still don't want them to be able to do something, if I don't think it's right, I'll still say no, but I will listen to them. And then if I fuck up, I apologize. So
well,
like
my dad is on key. Same thing. Same exact thing you're saying, but it's like my dad doesn't have any realization of the shit that he did. Now, me and my brother, we don't really give a fuck, but my brother was the one who was really affected. Nah, my brother was affected, not me. Like my dad stole my brother's car.
Listen, from the bottom of my heart, you're a fucking mess.
I'm a fucking, what are you talking about?
You are, Kevin. You are. I'm
not even close to it.
The reason why you work so goddamn hard, there's 2 reasons. One, you want to be successful, all that shit, right? But you also, when you're fucking occupied, the smoke can't catch up with you. That's what I found in this pandemic.
All my shit can't catch up to me.
It can't catch up with you because you're doing the next thing and you keep it. It's just behind you. And all it takes is a fucking pandemic
to sit me down.
No more stand-up gigs. And you fucking clean the house and you threw out all your old shit. And then you're just sitting there. And then this melancholy, like from the first time in like maybe like a decade and a half, I felt depression
really
to come up on. Yeah, I was just like, what the fuck is this? I thought I was past all of this, and it wasn't. Like I built this great life, but I didn't deal with this other shit.
When you sat down, you felt like all of that shit came or was able to catch up.
Yeah. Everybody was quarantined. The phone stopped ringing. There was no more emails. I mean, there was occasional bullshit or whatever, but it was just like I had nothing to do.
Wow.
And I just sat there and this fucking shit came in like a marine layer. It just fucking settled in me. And my wife was up. She was, what's going on with you? I was like, I don't know, man. Like I got the fucking, the blues or something. I don't know what.
I got the DPs. I got the Prushies.
Yeah.
I got the Prushies, honey.
Yeah. So I played drums too, which is great to, I guess,
off some steam.
And also sort of avoid what you're feeling.
Okay.
Once again.
You're Will Ferrell on Step Brothers.
Yeah, that is. Oh, yeah. Oh, dude, that fucking movie. That movie was one of the funniest movies, not only because me and my wife thought it was hilarious, my mother-in-law thought it was stupid. And she sat there and watched this with us. And she was going, this isn't fun. You think this is fun? And it just made it even funnier. And then I knew that part where he was going to put his balls on the drum and that they were going to show his balls. It's one of my favorite things ever.
I don't think I can. I don't think that I. Well, I definitely know that I'm not a depressed individual. But what you said makes sense, actually, though, about like moving so fast and shit never having a chance to catch up to you. And if it did have the opportunity, what effect on you would that have? All the shit that acts.
Now, how much quiet time do you have over the course of a week? Like when you ride in your car, can you sit in your car and ride in it, not be on the phone and not have the radio on? I already know the answer to this shit. I used to tease about you on the phone when we were doing the pilot. With you.
I got, if it's not the radio or I'm not even gonna lie. No.
Yeah, because the demons, then the demons all of a sudden, like what made you become a comic starts coming up. Now I'm kind of at this crossroads where I'm sitting there. Do you live with your demons? Is there a way to face them and they do go away? Because that just sounds like some Dr. Phil shit.
Yeah, but go away.
One of the funniest inadvertent comedies I've ever seen in my life. I love the Dr. Phil show.
But the fine go away.
To stop doing heroin. And they're like, oh, okay. Thanks, Philip.
I'm fixed. But what do you mean when you say demons go away? Like, do you really believe that they go away, or do you just put them to rest? You can put it to rest, but if you want to wake it up, you can wake it the fuck up. There is no go away.
I like how you just said that. That just got me amped up.
Yeah, like there's
wake the fuck up. Because come on, Kev, let's go.
Yeah, but it's true. Like there is no go away. You know, a person that was an alcoholic and decided to stop drinking, well, they put that alcoholic demon to sleep. But if they go and take a shot one day, well, that alcoholic demon is going to fucking get up. So it's how you deal with the things that you know are your worst.
Yeah, I don't think that you can. When people say, I let all my childhood shit go, it's like, you can't.
Nah, yeah, you don't.
You dealt with it. It's like, I don't think pain goes away. I think it's always still there. It's just you're able to function more and more with the distance from the pain. But if you go back and relive it, that emotion is still gonna be in there. But I did learn, though, this is one of the hardest things I learned, that crying is a valid emotion. And it's so funny that men don't do it. Mm-hmm. And you try and stop it. And that's what the shit just sits here. And the next thing you know, you're putting together a bicycle on Christmas and it's not working. Out. And then that shit that you should have cried about, that shit starts coming out and people, where is this coming from? It's just like, I got my ass kicked when I was 8 and I never dealt with it. So now
I'm going to tell you when I cried. My and this is the only cry that I can truly remember in like the past, I'm gonna say 7 years. Outside, my kids being born, those are like the little cool tears where you're just welling up. But I'm talking really cried after my accident. When I got home from the hospital, I got home. And I walked outside by myself. Nobody was with me. That's the only time. Listen, nobody was with me. I broke the fuck down so bad because when I walked outside by myself, it was the first like real steps that I've taken without people being around me and that you okay? You need anything? What can we do? How's that feel? Like no questions. I did it by myself. But it's the first time that I realized I was like, oh, fuck. It was really almost over.
You know what the cruelest thing about life is? Wouldn't you love to be able to stay in that mind space, that head space, and just really appreciate just being able to walk outside?
Yes, absolutely.
You were so happy that you could just do that. And you had this house, beautiful wife, beautiful kids, and it could bring you to tears rather than getting comfortable.
And when you get comfortable,
and constantly needing new stimulation. Well,
that's fucking
the last time I had to let it go was one of my great friends died back in August. So I'm able to talk about it because I just cried for a week. I just said, fuck it. I got kids now. I can't have this grief sitting in me.
Yeah.
And it was just like, and I really learned, and I actually think that that's one of the reasons why women outlive men, is because it's socially accepted. They can break down in a fucking Fuddruckers, packed Applebee's.
It's okay.
Nobody's going to judge them.
No,
People come, they're going to come over and comfort you.
It's okay.
If you break down in an Applebee's as a man,
what the fuck is his problem? Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
uncomfortable. Oh, Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Hey,
so I think that all of that shit, and it sits on your chest, and then one day you're walking, you fucking have a heart attack. You just keel over.
I love your mind, Bill. And you know, we can fuck around and we talk shit all the time. And I know for a fact that you're a friend. I know for a fact.
Kev, I know for a fact after this podcast, I probably won't hear from you for about 6 years.
So,
and the next time I see you, you can be like, I love you, Bill. Bill, yeah. I've always loved you.
Yeah. What does that mean? That's how we operate. Doesn't change.
How you operate. I've come to accept that with you. You're going to put your hoodie up and you're just going to keep plowing forward. Yeah. You're going to say some really sincere, heartfelt shit to me. Yeah. And then I'm not going to see you for about 18 months.
Nah, we'll see each other. I'll bump into you something. What are you talking about?
You know where the truth was in what you just said?
What?
That pause right before you started talking.
That's the only truth in what I just said.
That was the truth of what you just said.
It's not true, Bill. I fucking love you, man.
Now you're not even looking at me. You just broke eye contact.
You, Bill.
I'm all over you right now, Kev. Full court defense.
Bill, no, that's
3-second violation.
Bill, stop. Stop using these references. Ladies and gentlemen.
You're a fella. I figure I talk about basketball.
Ladies and gentlemen, you guys just had the goddamn privilege and pleasure of getting into the mind of one of the fucking best to do it, man. I'm talking about Bill Burr.